Hello. My name is John, and I'm talking about the violation that just eroded everything and keeps me isolated. This segment is going to be short. I just wanted to talk about my cousin Kathy. The first time I ventured to talk to my cousin Kathy was when, after I had gotten out of the conspiracy to hold me at poverty level using my trust, while my brother was taking $10,000 a year from me from my trust and holding me there, and the neighborhood and anywhere I had association with was brought into this as a black budget operation on Arthur Street in Broome, New York, 2007, late August to the time I moved out, but it continued at the new house that I lived in. And then I decided to put everything in storage and move into a hotel, the least exploitable residency for this situation. So what I did in the new year of 2011 was I decided to touch base with the extended family members that I had been isolated from, partly due to family's behavior, immediate family's behavior. And the first person I decided to touch base with was my cousin Kathy in May. And the last I saw her was when I worked in May. I had a girlfriend there while I worked, and we would visit her house, and I worked 30 minutes drive from her home, my cousin Kathy. So we had a lot of contact together, and that was in 1996 and late 95. I called her, and to put a damper on me talking to extended families about the situation, I had a knock on my door the day after I called her, and the 2011 February 2 conspiracy to lock me in a psych ward based on a threat to kill Senator Gillibrand, which was totally fabricated, was implemented. And this shows you that the courts, law enforcement, are totally in control of anyone with credentials, anyone with a clearance to, and is in one of these operations to test these weapon systems. That's it's national security, because these are weapon systems. They're coming. Their money is from the back budget of the DOD, and they have to go ahead. If they want to put 5 fire trucks in front of my house, they could do that. They have security. The feds that I've talked to are the nicest people, but they say they cannot do anything. For them to go into Broome County Sheriff's and independently bypass the higher-ups and go to individual people and say, we're going to do this. It's a premeditated act. Everybody involved knew that it was a bogus crime against me. They kept me in there long enough so all my emails would be lost due to non-use. And I lost everything from my hotel, and this had a lot to do with the lawyer that I had in the embezzlement case against my family. And this has a lot to do with how to get John to San Antonio to where his sister is, and all her grown kids are going to be used to isolate them on a highway, in a condo on a highway. That's another story. Check my blog, and you'll know about it. But my cousin Kathy was interfered with the second time I called her in February 2013, I'm ready to call her again. And instead of doing something to me, which they can't do again, they've done it, and I've talked about it, it was wrong, they go to her, and they have her, they say, okay, when he calls from now on, we're going to have this person answer the phone, and he's going to mumble and just say, yeah. I mean, it was horrible, and I could tell it was happening, and the thoughts of me blocking that made them go to her after a few months of this, after at least a month and a half to 2 months. They went and they told her, okay, we're going to lay off you guys. So the next time I called, it was normal to an extent. The fact is, when these people come to her, they have a step into her life and her husband's life. They can corrupt anything that I say to her that's real. So they downplay the seriousness of this human rights violation. They downplay everything that I've accounted for, and they basically tainted my association with her. Because they know that she knows that these people are quite powerful, so she's not going to overstep anything. She cannot be a resource for me. She can only be a kind voice on the telephone. Much of what all my friends who support me are, and that's all I can do. I can't visit with them, or I can visit with the people that they are sent to me for manipulation, that are getting paid money for god-awful goals and conspiracies, links and chains. That's it. Okay. Take care. Ciao.